President Trump's anti-immigrant budget proposal includes a nearly 20% increase for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and Customs and Border Protection, CBP. That's your tax dollars being spent on agencies that regularly lie, actively hide information from the public, and retaliate against anyone who speaks out.
ICE and CBP lie all the time, and when they're caught, they often double down instead of owning up to the truth. In just one example, in February, plainclothes agents entered an El Paso courthouse and apprehended Irving Gonzalez, a transgender woman, shortly after being granted a restraining order. Initially, and in sworn statement, agents said they apprehended her after exiting the courthouse. But then, 6 county employees confirmed that she had been taken inside the courthouse. The agents doubled down on their story. Then, a security camera video came out, clearly showing agents inside the courthouse, escorting Gonzalez out. This is an agency that continues to allow its agents to lie in sworn statements and doesn't think twice about misleading immigrants and the public at large. That's why we're asking you to join us to defund hate.
Juan Manuel Montes, a DACA recipient, was taken from his community without so much as an explanation. After weeks of silence from the government, Juan Manuel sued to learn the truth. Instead of providing him with a response, DHS instead initially claimed he didn't even have DACA. The next day, DHS reversed its story. The federal government made a promise to Juan Manuel and then broke it. All of us, regardless of where we were born, should be able to count on a government that keeps its basic promises. We're fighting for justice for Juan Manuel and against a deportation system that already causes too much damage.
Executive agencies that handle immigration have a history of spinning bad facts, not only to the American public, but also to our judiciary. In 2003, in a landmark Supreme Court case about prolonged detention, the government claimed that the average detention time was 4 months. In reality, it was 1 year. But bad numbers help win their case. And the decision in that Supreme Court case called Kim v. DeMoore fueled the detention and deportation machine for nearly 15 years. Was this a mistake or an attempt to knowingly mislead the courts? We don't know. But what we do know is that the government didn't come clean until recently, when their hand was forced in another critically important prolonged detention case currently before the Supreme Court called Jennings v. Rodriguez. The court system is an important part of our functioning democracy. We cannot reward agencies that misstate important fundamental facts to the courts and then don't admit their mistakes with either our trust or our tax dollars.
Our elected officials must divest from agencies that tear apart our families and terrorize our communities. ICE and CBP are rotten to their core. Tell your member of Congress to vote no on Trump's anti-immigrant funding bill.